The internet can smell drama from a mile away, and right now, the scent is thick. The relationship had barely been made official before it exploded across headlines, not because of romantic grand gestures, but because whispers started swirling. That Common might have been entertaining someone who wasn't Jennifer Hudson. Word is, a mystery woman somehow got into the picture, and Jennifer. She was not about to let that slide. People close to the situation say she went off behind closed doors. No filter, no polite TV smile energy. She told him exactly what she thought, made it clear she wouldn't be anyone's placeholder, and then, in true diva fashion, walked away without looking back. Social media lit up instantly. Fans called her a queen for knowing her worth, the type who doesn't wait around for a man to figure it out. Meanwhile, Common is trending, and not because of a hot new verse or a movie premiere. The chatter is merciless. People say Jennifer was all in, treating their relationship like it meant something real, while Common was out here acting like he had an all-access pass to the single life. The man who built a reputation as a soulful poet of love is suddenly being called a professional heartbreaker. And honestly, no one seems shocked. Online jokes are rolling in fast. "Didn't need tarot cards to see this ending," one fan wrote. His love life has always been a carousel. Short flings, public splits, women left shaking their heads. So when the rumors dropped, the reaction wasn't disbelief. It was more like, of course he did. And this time, the outrage is amplified. Because it's Jennifer Hudson. She's not just another celebrity name. It's a powerhouse, an EGOT winner, and the kind of woman most men wouldn't dream of messing up with. Fans are dragging him. It's calling it not just disrespect, but career suicide. And into the chaos walks Tiffany Haddish, not physically, but through her past words. Before Jennifer and Common were a public thing, Tiffany had already planted the seeds of warning. She'd tossed out playful but pointed jabs about how Common wasn't built for real commitment. But anyone paying attention knew those jabs weren't just jokes. Tiffany still had a bruise from her time with him, and watching him cozy up to Jennifer couldn't have been easy. She laughed in interviews, left knowing comments on socials, and reminded the world that she'd been there, done that, and knew exactly how he moved. Now, looking back, the internet is treating Tiffany like the friend who told you not to trust him, and was dead right. Her history with Common goes back to 2019. When they met on the set of The Kitchen, even before filming wrapped, Tiffany was catching feelings. And if you know Common's dating pattern, that's no surprise. He's got a history of vibing with women he works with. He poured on the charm, fed her the smooth talk, and she fell fast. But before she knew it, he pulled a classic switch-up, sliding back to his ex, Angela Rye, and leaving Tiffany blindsided. She could have walked away for good, but she didn't. She waited, and given his track record, she didn't have to wait long. When his thing with Angela fizzled, Common circled back, and Tiffany welcomed him with open arms. They soon found themselves quarantining together during lockdown, and the public put the pieces together after catching glimpses of him in her Instagram lives. By then, his dating history was basically a red carpet roll call. Serena Williams, Taraji P. Henson, Erykah Badu, and more. People already knew the pattern, and Erykah's story was proof of it. She and Common dated for 2 years before she ended it in 2002. He went public about being heartbroken, even telling the story of how she dumped him over the phone while he was on tour. But years later, Erykah hinted there was more to the story. Specifically, that loyalty was non-negotiable for her, and some men couldn't live without chasing. Fans didn't have to work too hard to read between the lines. Common eventually tried to reshape his public image, talked about therapy, growth, being a better man, even worked with a relationship coach. But if Tiffany's breakup with him proved anything, it's that the core pattern hadn't changed. She was openly talking marriage. He went to the press saying it wasn't on his radar. Not long after, he ended it. Or, as he put it, they mutually split because of busy schedules. Tiffany, however, had a different take. In interviews, she described him like a bee, moving from flower to flower, The subtext was impossible to miss. So when Jennifer Hudson's name started being linked to Common's, Tiffany's warnings were still hanging in the air. Jennifer and Common had known each other for years, moving in the same Hollywood circles, but sparks really flew when they filmed together in Philadelphia. At first, she downplayed it, saying they were just co-stars. But sightings kept stacking up. Dinner in Malibu, Common flying to London for her show's premiere. They'd arrive separately at events, but once the cameras were off, they were inseparable. The quiet speculation turned into public confirmation when she invited him onto her talk show and asked directly if he was dating anyone. He dodged the question with that signature smile. The audience went wild, and just like that, the rumor became fact. For a while, it looked like a fairy tale. Then the whispers started again. Reports surfaced that Common was talking about locking things down, even marriage. But Jennifer wasn't rushing. His history was messy, and hers wasn't without scars. Back in 2007, she'd met David Otunga. Within a year, they were engaged, but life hit her hard. A devastating family tragedy changed everything, and in the midst of her grief, she learned she was expecting their son. They postponed the wedding year after year, but behind the scenes, tension was growing. David reportedly struggled with her. Rising fame and evolving style. She even joked in an interview that he didn't like change and questioned why she had to dress up so much, to which she shot back, "Because I'm a walking billboard." By 2017, the engagement was over, and what followed was an ugly, public split. Jennifer accused him of being controlling and unsupportive. He denied it, saying she exaggerated to gain public sympathy. The breakup spiraled into a custody battle, with both sides accusing the other of manipulative behavior. One moment that stuck with her was when she claimed he left something in plain sight that triggered her past trauma, something she saw as a deliberate intimidation tactic. His camp dismissed it as an innocent prop for an audition. The truth: their relationship was chaos, and it left Jennifer determined to move carefully in love. She knows what it's like to endure heartbreak, betrayal, and public scrutiny. So now, the streets buzzing that Common may have messed up and then tried to smooth it over with a proposal, fans aren't surprised she's moving cautiously. They're practically shouting at her from the sidelines, "Girl, keep your guard up." They've seen this movie before. Jennifer Hudson is too accomplished, too seasoned, and too aware to gamble her peace on someone with a history like his. Still, the question hangs in the air. Will she walk away for good, or will Common somehow convince her he's ready to break the cycle? Whatever happens, one thing's for sure: the world will be watching.